Hello there, and welcome to the Sleepy Science Channel. I'm so glad you've drifted your way here tonight. Maybe it's been a long day, filled with noise and thought, or maybe you simply like to fall asleep with a bit of quiet wonder, letting your mind wander through the stars as the world outside grows still. There's nothing you need to do right now. Just rest. Let your shoulders sink, your breath slow, and your thoughts grow light as dust in sunlight. Because tonight, we're not only falling asleep, we're floating through the very foundations of existence itself. We'll explore 100 sleepy facts about the universe, from its first trembling moments of birth to the quiet mysteries that wait beyond time itself. We'll drift through light and gravity, atoms and galaxies, and the soft physics that holds it all together. And if these gentle explorations help you rest, consider liking and subscribing. It helps other sleepy travelers find their way here too. Now, close your eyes and let's begin our quiet journey through the cosmos. Fact 1. The Whisper. Before time, before there was light or sound, or anything we could imagine, there was a moment of silence. Not the kind you hear, but a stillness that existed before hearing itself. In that near-nothingness, space and time were waiting to be born. The universe began as an unfathomable point, smaller than a single atom, where all the energy and matter that would ever exist was curled into infinite potential. It didn't explode outward, as people often imagine. It expanded quietly, evenly, everywhere at once. And from that gentle swelling of reality, time began to flow like a river starting its first ripple. Beyond that ripple, something began to stir. Fact 2. A tremor of existence. That first moment of expansion, the Big Bang, wasn't a burst of fire in space, but the birth of space itself. Every direction became outward. Every second became after. In less than a heartbeat, the newborn universe grew from microscopic to immense, its energy blooming into the raw ingredients of everything to come. Particles formed, collided, vanished, and reappeared in a frenzy so dense it was more like music than motion, a vibration that carried the future in every note. And from that invisible symphony, the first patterns of order began to hum. Fact 3. The first light awakens. For nearly 380,000 years, the universe was opaque, a glowing fog where light couldn't travel freely. Then, as things cooled, atoms began to form, and for the first time, light was set free to wander. That ancient glow still drifts through us tonight, stretched thin by time, softened by distance, now a whisper of microwave warmth that fills all of space. Astronomers can still feel it, the afterglow of creation itself. It is, in a way, the universe's first lullaby, still singing softly through the darkness. Fact 4. The Sea of Cosmic Fire. In the beginning, everything was light and heat, a radiant ocean without shore or shadow. The young universe glowed with temperatures so high that matter and energy were nearly the same thing, flowing and folding into one another like ripples in a molten sea. Within that fire, particles collided and kissed apart in endless rhythm, forming a storm of creation that filled every direction. Yet there was balance in the chaos, each spark of energy meeting its twin in symmetry, matter and antimatter dancing in pairs before fading into light again. Slowly, as space expanded, the fire dimmed, and the wild sea began to cool into calm. And from that cooling came the first true ingredients of everything. Fact 5. Cooling into creation. As the heat drifted away into the widening dark, the building blocks of the cosmos began to take shape. Protons found electrons and held them close, forming hydrogen, the simplest and most patient of atoms. A few joined to become helium, the soft golden breath that stars would one day exhale. This gentle bonding marked the end of chaos and the beginning of structure. The universe, once pure energy, became a delicate chemistry. In that stillness, the first atoms floated freely through cooling space, countless, silent, and waiting. They drifted like seeds in a newborn sky, destined to gather into clouds, and from clouds into light. Fact 6. The universe takes its first breath. Millions of years passed in quiet expansion. Gravity, that tender pull that draws all things together, began to weave its subtle pattern. Tiny ripples of density, left behind from the universe's earliest vibrations, slowly tugged matter inward. Here and there, invisible hands of attraction gathered the gas into faint clouds. They grew denser, heavier, and warmer, the first cosmic breaths of structure forming out of the dark. In time, these clouds would ignite and shine, but for now, they were the universe's quiet inhale, the pause before its first stars. And somewhere within that soft, dark rhythm, the story of everything we know was beginning to unfold. Fact 7. A symphony of expanding space. The early universe did not grow into something. It grew as something. Space itself stretched like a slow breath, carrying every grain of matter farther from every other, yet never leaving an edge behind. Imagine dots on the surface of a balloon, each moving away as the balloon expands, yet none at the center, for the center lies everywhere. As this expansion continued, energy thinned, light softened, and time flowed ever more gently. The great heat of birth gave way to cool silence, a cosmic lullaby that still hums through the background of space. Even now, billions of years later, that expansion continues, a quiet rhythm beating beneath the stars. And within that vast rhythm, the first elements began to take form. Fact 8. The birth of the elements. In the universe's earliest seconds, the laws of physics came alive. Gravity, electromagnetism, and the nuclear forces all finding their roles in the grand design. Within minutes, protons and neutrons began to join hands, forming the first atomic nuclei. It was an age of nuclear creation, brief and bright, a cosmic forge that lasted only a few heartbeats of universal time. Out of that fire came hydrogen, helium, and traces of lithium, the soft alphabet from which all chemistry would be written. No stars yet burned, no galaxies yet spiraled, and yet the story of matter had already begun. The universe had given itself the ingredients for light. Fact 9. Hydrogen, the simplest dream. Hydrogen, the smallest, most abundant atom in the cosmos, became the universe's quiet foundation. One proton, one electron, endlessly simple, endlessly patient. It filled every corner of existence, a soft mist that waited for gravity to shape it. Though humble, hydrogen held the promise of everything, of stars, of warmth, of the atoms that would someday breathe and wonder. Every flicker of fire that has ever shone began here, with this single, quiet atom. It is the dreamer of the universe, resting between light and emptiness. And as hydrogen drifted through the growing dark, another element, helium, began to glow beside it, marking the dawn of the first chemistry. Fact 10. Helium's gentle glow. As hydrogen filled the early universe like a soft mist, helium began to join it. The second note in the cosmic song. Formed from the quiet embrace of protons and neutrons, helium shone without flame, its presence subtle yet vital. Though invisible to the eye, its birth marked the moment when the universe first learned harmony. Helium was lighter than air, gentler than wind, and would one day dance within stars as they forged brighter elements. In those early moments, it drifted alongside hydrogen, whispering a promise of light to come. Together, these two gases became the breath of stars, the first whisper of a universe awakening to its own radiance. And as they drifted, the stage for space itself began to appear. Fact 11. Space, the silent stage. Space is often imagined as empty, a vast nothingness between things. But in truth, it is a living fabric, stretching and curving under the weight of matter, responding like a quiet sea to every ripple of gravity. Every galaxy, every star, every speck of dust rests upon this unseen stage. It bends, it sways, it holds the choreography of existence without ever making a sound. Even when it seems still, space hums faintly with the memory of creation, a low vibration that scientists call the cosmic background. Without space, there could be no distance, no motion, no time. And time, of course, is the next soft mystery, the river flowing through everything we know. Fact 12. Time, the river that carries everything. Time began with the birth of the universe, flowing outward like water from a hidden spring. It carried change in its current, atoms forming, stars igniting, galaxies swirling. Without time, there would be no before or after, only an eternal stillness. Yet time is not constant. It stretches and bends, like space itself. Near great masses, it slows. In the emptiness between galaxies, it drifts faster. Every moment we experience is part of this quiet river, gliding from the past into the unseen future. And though we move with it, we can never step outside its flow. Beyond time's current, the fabric of dimensions begins to unfold, more intricate and mysterious than the eye can see. Fact 13. The dance of dimensions. We move through three familiar dimensions: length, width, and height. Yet the universe may hold more than these gentle threads of space. Some physicists whisper of hidden dimensions, curled so small they lie beneath our perception, like folded layers in a silken cloth. Each dimension adds a new direction for possibility, a way for reality to weave itself. Without them, gravity could not curve as it does. Light could not travel in elegant arcs, and atoms might never hold their shape. Though unseen, these dimensions hum beneath everything, shaping the stage of existence with quiet precision. And within their soft geometry, something smaller still begins to stir: the world of the quantum. Fact 14. The quantum murmur. At the tiniest scales of the universe, certainty dissolves into a mist of probabilities. Here, particles are not fixed points, but shimmering possibilities. Sometimes waves, sometimes dots of light, always shifting, always uncertain. This is the quantum world, where the rules of the large no longer apply. Things can exist in two places at once, and reality itself seems to hum with a restless energy. It is not chaos, but a kind of delicate music, a murmur beneath creation. Every atom in your body, every star in the sky, is born from this invisible rhythm, and within that whispering energy, potential becomes presence. Fact 15. Particles of possibility. All matter, from galaxies to grains of sand, arises from a family of tiny particles: quarks, electrons, neutrinos, photons, each one playing a role in the quiet structure of everything. They are the universe's alphabet, endlessly rearranging to form new words of matter and light. Quarks gather to form protons and neutrons. Electrons drift around them like slow thoughts in orbit. These tiny actors follow the quantum script perfectly, never missing their cue, never breaking the silence. Even emptiness is alive with them. Pairs of particles appearing and vanishing in an instant, as if the void itself is breathing. And from this trembling foundation, the vacuum's hidden energy begins to shine. Fact 16. The hidden energy of the vacuum. Even when space seems perfectly empty, it is never truly still. Within that apparent void, tiny pairs of particles flicker into being and vanish again, a quiet heartbeat beneath existence. This restless movement gives the vacuum its own kind of energy, invisible yet powerful enough to shape the fate of the cosmos. Scientists call it vacuum energy, or the energy of nothingness. It fills every corner of space, gently pushing galaxies apart, like a soft breath expanding a cosmic lung. Though unseen, this energy may be the key to understanding why the universe continues to grow. And as the void hums with unseen motion, another mystery balances the dance: matter's shadow twin. Fact 17. Matter's gentle opposition, antimatter. For every particle that exists, there is an opposite, an echo with reverse charge called antimatter. When matter and antimatter meet, they dissolve together into pure light, returning their mass to energy in a flash too brief to see. In the first moments after the Big Bang, they were born in equal measure, perfectly balanced. Yet somehow, matter gained a slight advantage, just enough to build stars, planets, and us. The rest vanished into light, leaving behind a universe shaped by imbalance, by the faintest whisper of excess. And in that tiny cosmic tilt, existence found its foothold. Fact 18. The fragile balance of forces. All that exists is held together by four quiet forces, woven through every atom and galaxy: gravity, electromagnetism, and the two nuclear forces, strong and weak. They are the invisible threads that keep the universe from unraveling, each playing its part in delicate harmony. The strong force binds the hearts of atoms. The weak one lets them transform and decay, birthing light. Electromagnetism draws and repels, shaping the world of touch and spark. And gravity, gentle, patient gravity, gathers everything back together, pulling softly on the fabric of space. Without their perfect balance, there would be no stars, no worlds, no breath. And it is gravity that now begins to tell the next part of our story, the force that binds the universe with a silent hand. Fact 19. The gravity that gathers us. Gravity is the gentlest of the forces, yet it shapes everything. It does not push or burn. It simply pulls, endlessly patient, drawing all things toward one another. Every atom feels its touch. Every planet curves its path in response. Though weak compared to the others, gravity's reach is infinite, linking galaxies in vast, invisible threads. It is the quiet sculptor of the cosmos, the reason stars ignite, the reason worlds circle suns, the reason we feel the earth beneath us. Gravity is the whisper of togetherness that holds the universe close. And from that soft, endless pull arises another form of attraction, the shimmering bond of light. Fact 20. The electromagnetic whisper. If gravity holds the universe, electromagnetism gives it color and shape. It governs the dance of charged particles, the spark of atoms, the warmth of sunlight. It paints the cosmos in every wavelength, from radio waves that hum across space to the blue light that bathes our skies. Every glimmer of a star, every glow of fire, every flash of lightning is this force in motion, a harmony of attraction and repulsion, endlessly weaving patterns of brightness. It is what binds molecules into matter and lets our eyes drink in the starlight. And within that light lies one of nature's most mysterious wonders, the phenomenon we call light itself. Fact 21. The nature of light. Light is both a wave and a particle, a paradox wrapped in beauty. It travels in straight lines, yet ripples like water. It carries no mass, yet moves with unstoppable energy, the messenger between the stars. When light leaves a sun, it journeys through billions of years, untouched, until it finds an eye, a leaf, or a distant planet to meet. Every photon is ancient, a traveler that has crossed the silence of creation. Light reveals and warms, creates and destroys, and always moves at the same serene speed, no matter who watches. It is the soft breath of the universe made visible, the bridge between matter and mystery. And just beyond its glow waits the deeper question: what lies in the dark it cannot touch? Fact 22. The wave and the particle. Light's dual nature is one of the universe's gentlest riddles. Sometimes it behaves like a ripple across a pond, spreading, bending, and blending through the spaces it touches. Other times, it acts as a particle, a single spark, a tiny packet of energy called a photon, arriving in perfect silence. This duality is not a contradiction, but a dance. It reminds us that reality can wear more than one face at once, that nature resists being trapped in simple definitions. Every beam of sunlight, every faint glimmer of a star carries this quiet mystery, both wave and spark, flowing and fleeting. And through this dance of light, the speed of existence itself is set. Fact 23. The speed that defines the cosmos. In all of creation, nothing outruns light. Its speed, nearly 300,000 kilometers each second, is woven into the very structure of space and time. It is not just how fast something moves, but the rhythm by which the universe keeps time. When you gaze at the stars, you are looking into the past. Light from a distant galaxy may have begun its journey before Earth even formed. Every photon carries a message written in age and distance, traveling unchanged across oceans of space. To move at light speed is to experience no time at all, to exist forever in motion between moments. And yet, even light cannot pierce every shadow. Some things remain hidden from its reach. Fact 24. Shadows of dark matter. Astronomers, watching galaxies turn, noticed something strange. The stars were moving too fast, as though held by an invisible hand. That unseen presence became known as dark matter, a silent, transparent form of mass that neither emits nor reflects light. We cannot see it, yet it outweighs everything visible, making up most of the universe's matter. It passes through us like a ghost, indifferent to light, but its gravity shapes the grand architecture of galaxies. Dark matter forms the unseen skeleton of the cosmos, the web upon which all things hang. Though invisible, it reminds us that what we know is only a fraction of what is. And beyond even this, there is a deeper force still, one that stretches the universe wider with every breath. Fact 25. The mystery of dark energy. If dark matter holds the universe together, dark energy gently pushes it apart. It is the quiet expansion beneath all things, a soft pressure that stretches space itself. Though we cannot see it or touch it, dark energy fills the vastness between galaxies, urging them away from one another faster and faster. Astronomers discovered its trace by watching distant supernovae, noticing the universe was not slowing down, but speeding up. It was as if the cosmos had taken a deeper breath, continuing to expand without end. We do not yet know what dark energy truly is, perhaps a property of space, perhaps something stranger still. But in its silent persistence, it shapes the destiny of everything. And through it, the universe begins to reveal its overall shape. Fact 26. The shape of the universe. The universe is not flat in the way a sheet of paper is flat, but balanced in subtle curvature. Its geometry depends on how much matter and energy it holds, a quiet dialogue between gravity and expansion. If gravity had been stronger, space might have curled inward like a closed shell. If weaker, it would have stretched open without end. Yet, as far as we can tell, the cosmos hovers perfectly in between, flat, calm, and infinite in all directions. This balance allows galaxies to drift apart gracefully, like leaves carried on an endless tide. And somewhere, at the edge of what light can reach, the horizon of the visible universe softly gleams. Fact 27. Infinite or finite, but always vast. Whether the universe goes on forever or loops back upon itself is a question without an easy answer. To our eyes, it seems endless, a deep, star-filled ocean with no shore. Yet it might be curved, folded in ways beyond our perception, where traveling far enough could bring you home again. Even if it were finite, its scale is beyond comprehension. Light, the fastest thing that exists, could travel for billions of years and never reach the end. The mind cannot hold that immensity, and yet within it we find peace. For in that boundless space we are small, but we belong completely. And just beyond our reach lies the horizon of what we can ever see. Fact 28. The horizon of what we can see. There is a boundary to our vision of the cosmos, not a wall, but a limit set by time itself. The light from the farthest galaxies has taken nearly 14 billion years to reach us, stretching and softening as the universe expanded. Beyond that distance, light has not yet had enough time to arrive. This edge is called the cosmic horizon, the furthest glimpse of the universe's childhood. Beyond it, reality continues, unseen and unmeasured, still whispering its story in wavelengths too faint to hear. It is humbling to know that even the infinite has an horizon, drawn not by walls, but by the patience of light. And within that ancient glow lies a faint memory, the first light that ever filled the universe. Fact 29. The cosmic background glow. Every inch of space carries a gentle warmth, the faint afterglow of creation. This light, stretched into microwaves by billions of years of expansion, is known as the cosmic microwave background. It is the oldest light we can see, born when the universe was still wrapped in a glowing fog of hydrogen and helium. Though invisible to our eyes, it surrounds us completely, filling every direction with soft, uniform light. When astronomers map it, they see tiny ripples, the earliest fingerprints of galaxies yet to form. This quiet radiation is the echo of the universe's awakening, a lullaby still humming from the dawn of time. And as that glow faded, the first true structures began to take shape. Fact 30. The universe's faintest memory. The cosmic background light is not just a remnant, it is the universe's memory made visible. Each photon has traveled since the beginning, carrying information about the temperature, density, and rhythm of early space. It tells us that the cosmos was once hot and bright, that matter clumped into patterns which became galaxies, and that expansion has never ceased. It is like an ancient photograph, taken long before stars were born, proof that even the silence of space can remember. We live within that memory, bathed in its faint warmth, every night and every day. And as the light faded into darkness, the first great structures of the cosmos began to emerge. The birth of galaxies. Fact 31. The birth of galaxies. As the early universe expanded and cooled, clouds of gas began to gather under the patient pull of gravity. Tiny ripples in density, faint imprints left from the universe's first moments, became the seeds of galaxies. Hydrogen and helium swirled inward, spinning faster as they fell, forming vast, luminous whirlpools of matter. In their hearts, stars began to ignite, lighting the darkness for the first time. These were the universe's first great cities of light. Billions of suns held together in delicate balance, drifting through the cosmic sea. Each galaxy was a new beginning, a shimmering thought in the mind of creation. And from these islands of stars came every world that would ever be. Fact 32. Spirals and ellipses in the night. Not all galaxies are the same. Some, like our Milky Way, spiral gracefully. Arms of stars unfurling like cosmic petals. Others form smooth ellipses, great glowing orbs of ancient suns. A few are irregular, twisted by the gravitational tides of neighboring systems. Their shapes tell stories. Spirals are still forming stars, rich in gas and dust. Elliptical galaxies are quieter, filled with older, gentler light. Together, they weave the grand texture of the visible universe, a cosmic garden in full bloom. Across billions of years, galaxies collide and merge, reshaping one another in slow, luminous dances. And around each glowing form drifts something unseen, a hidden halo of mass that binds them. Fact 33. The hidden halos of matter. Every galaxy sits inside an invisible cocoon of dark matter, a halo that extends far beyond the stars we can see. This halo does not shine or reflect, yet its gravity holds the galaxy together, keeping the outer stars from drifting away. Without these unseen halos, galaxies would scatter like dust in a breeze. Instead, they remain whole, luminous cores wrapped in mystery. Dark matter acts as a quiet guardian, shaping the very structure of the universe, guiding light itself along invisible paths. Though we may never see it, we feel its influence in every star's motion, every galaxy's spin. And deep within those halos, at their glowing centers, another mystery waits: the black hearts that sleep behind the stars. Fact 34. Galactic hearts of darkness. At the center of nearly every large galaxy lies a black hole, a region where gravity grows so strong that not even light can escape. These immense hearts of darkness are both terrifying and serene, feeding on matter that drifts too close. When gas spirals inward, it heats and glows, creating radiant halos that can outshine entire galaxies. The Milky Way has one too, Sagittarius A, a supermassive black hole 4 million times heavier than our Sun, resting quietly in the dark. It is calm now, but long ago it may have blazed like a beacon across the galaxy. In these hidden cores, the story of gravity finds its most powerful expression, and beyond them, galaxies themselves gather into something greater still. Fact 35. Stars in their billions. Each galaxy is a glittering metropolis of stars, billions upon billions of tiny suns, each with its own lifespan, rhythm, and potential for worlds. In a single spiral arm of the Milky Way, there are more stars than there are grains of sand on all Earth's shores. Some are young and blue, burning fiercely and briefly. Others are old and red, glowing softly through eons. Together, they create the diffuse, silvery light we see on clear nights, the collective shimmer of untold millions of distant fires. Every point of light we see is part of this immense congregation. And just as stars form galaxies, galaxies form still greater families in the universe's architecture. Fact 36. Clusters like islands in an ocean. Galaxies rarely travel alone. They gather in clusters, immense families bound by gravity's slow embrace. Within these clusters, hundreds or even thousands of galaxies drift together, their shapes distorted by their mutual attraction. Between them stretches hot, thin gas, glowing faintly in X-ray light, filling the space like mist between islands. These clusters, in turn, join others, creating superclusters, the grandest structures known. From a distance, the universe begins to look like a vast web, with bright knots of galaxies connected by strands of invisible matter. And through that web, light travels like wind across an endless ocean, carrying with it the story of everything that has ever been. Fact 37. Superclusters. The threads of creation. Beyond the scale of single galaxies and clusters lie the superclusters, vast continental webs of cosmic matter. Each one stretches for hundreds of millions of light years, binding thousands of galaxies into sprawling chains. They are the architecture of the universe itself, delicate threads woven from gravity and time. The Milky Way belongs to one such structure, called the Laniakea supercluster, immense heaven in Hawaiian. It is our cosmic neighborhood, a flowing basin of galaxies, all drifting toward a mysterious center of gravity. These immense formations are neither fixed nor solid. They drift like currents in a cosmic sea, shaping the grand pattern of existence. And between their shining threads lies something equally wondrous, the vast, quiet emptiness that separates them. Fact 38. The Great Cosmic Web. When astronomers map the universe, they see a structure that resembles lace. Filaments of galaxies connected across unimaginable distances. This great cosmic web is the skeleton of the cosmos, the shape left behind by the pull of dark matter and the expansion of space. Along these filaments, galaxies form like dew upon a spider's strand, each node a brilliant cluster, each intersection a beacon of gravity. Between the glowing threads lie immense voids, regions so empty they could contain thousands of galaxies and yet remain dark. This pattern reveals that the universe is not random, but rhythmic, a slow, unfolding symmetry on a scale beyond comprehension. And where those threads thin and fade, the deepest silences of creation begin. Fact 39. Voids of quiet space. Between the bright walls of the cosmic web stretch the great voids, regions of near nothingness, where galaxies are few and light travels for billions of years unbroken. These voids are the universe's great pauses, the soft rest between notes in a cosmic symphony. They are not truly empty, but filled with the faintest gas, the rarest dust, and the quiet hum of ancient radiation. Within them, time feels slower, distances softer, and silence almost absolute. If you could float there, surrounded by nothing but distant glimmers, you would feel the universe breathing, vast, calm, and eternal. And at the edge of those voids, the stars begin again, the stillness between the stars giving way to light. Fact 40. The stillness between the stars. Though the night sky appears filled with light, most of the universe is quiet and dark. The space between stars is vast beyond imagination, a near-perfect vacuum where a single atom might drift for miles before meeting another. Yet even here, there is beauty. Thin threads of gas, faint glows of scattered dust, and the gentle hum of starlight passing through the dark. These silent reaches cradle the galaxies like velvet holds a gem. Every breath you take once passed through that stillness, ancient particles wandering the cosmos for billions of years before finding you. It is in this quiet that the stars are born, their light rising softly from the dark. And so, our gaze turns toward those first glowing seeds of creation. Fact 41. Clouds of dust and hope. Among the calm stretches of interstellar space, great clouds of gas and dust drift, the nurseries of stars. These nebulae are immense, light years wide, and yet so delicate that a breeze on Earth could disperse them. Within them, gravity gathers the gas grain by grain, forming knots of warmth deep inside the cold. When enough matter collects, pressure and heat begin to build, and the invisible becomes luminous. The darkness starts to glow from within, not yet a star, but the promise of one. In these clouds, the universe dreams of light, whispering stars into being from dust and silence, and soon those whispers ignite, marking the beginning of brilliance. Fact 42. Ignition in the dark. When the heart of a newborn star grows hot enough, hydrogen begins to fuse, a slow and steady alchemy that turns matter into light. The first spark is soft, but unstoppable. From that moment on, the star breathes energy into the cosmos, balancing the inward pull of gravity with the outward push of radiant heat. This is the moment of stellar birth, when darkness gives way to a lifelong glow. Around the new star, remaining gas begins to swirl and settle, forming the first outlines of future worlds. Every sunrise, every glimmer in the sky, began with such an ignition, quiet, enduring, eternal. And from these first fires, the universe found its warmth. Fact 43. Fusion. The universe's inner fire. At the heart of every shining star lies fusion, the gentle fire that powers the cosmos. It begins when hydrogen atoms, pressed together under immense heat and gravity, merge into helium. Each union releases a burst of light and warmth, a whisper of energy that will travel through space for millions of years. This process is slow and graceful, transforming matter into radiance, turning the simplest element into the fuel of creation. Fusion is the reason stars live and breathe, the quiet heartbeat of the universe. Even now, our sun hums with this endless rhythm, burning softly at its core. From such patient fire, every spark of light in the night sky is born, and with that light, the story of stellar life begins. Fact 44. The life of a star. Stars live long, measured lives, some brief and blazing, others calm and ancient. They begin as faint glows, grow bright and steady, and eventually fade into silence. Their journey is guided by balance, gravity pulling inward, fusion pushing outward, a perfect equilibrium sustained for eons. Small stars, like our sun, burn gently for billions of years, while giant ones live fast and fierce, consuming their fuel in a cosmic heartbeat. But every star, no matter its size, follows the same truth. To shine is to transform, to give light until the end. Their lives mark time on a scale beyond imagination, and through their long burning, they sow the seeds of everything yet to come. Fact 45. The song of stellar winds. As stars burn, they breathe. They release streams of charged particles, stellar winds, that flow outward in every direction. These invisible currents carry atoms forged in the star's core, scattering them into space like gentle exhalations. In massive stars, these winds can sculpt entire nebulae, shaping clouds of color and motion across the galaxy. Even our sun sends out such a breeze, touching the edges of the solar system with its steady sigh. The universe is filled with this music of motion, a constant exchange between star and space. Each breath a note, each gust a promise that even in stillness, the cosmos moves. And soon, those winds will lead us to the colors and temperatures that paint the heavens. Fact 46. The colors of temperature. Every star glows with a hue that reveals its inner warmth. The hottest stars shine in pale blue or white, their light sharp and intense, while cooler ones burn in amber or soft crimson. These colors are not painted upon them, but born from their temperature, a quiet spectrum that translates heat into beauty. When we look up, we are reading the language of light. Each tint is a whisper of physics, a signature of the energy within. The night sky becomes a palette of living fire, each color breathing its own tone of eternity. And as these colors shimmer through space, they tell us what kind of star we see: giant, dwarf, or something in between. Every hue carries a story, softly written in starlight. Fact 47. Giants and dwarfs. Not all stars share the same scale of life. Some are red dwarfs, small and steady, burning with quiet patience that could last for trillions of years. Others are blue giants, vast and blazing, living brilliant but brief lives before fading into silence. Our sun sits between these extremes, a modest yellow star, neither hurried nor slow, a gentle hearth in a cosmic wilderness. Across the galaxy, every star's size shapes its destiny. How long it shines, what it becomes, and what worlds may circle it. This diversity fills the universe with rhythm and balance. Tiny embers beside roaring fires, all glowing under the same dark sky. And as they live and die, each follows the same invisible law of balance and breath. Fact 48. The balance of pressure and light. A star survives by keeping two opposing forces in perfect harmony. Gravity pulls its matter inward, trying to collapse it into darkness. At the same time, fusion pushes outward, flooding its core with light and energy. Between these two forces lies the fragile balance that defines its life. If gravity wins, the star will fall inward and change forever. If fusion overpowers, it will expand and fade. Yet for millions or billions of years, most stars remain poised in quiet equilibrium, a serenity written in fire. This balance is the essence of existence itself, tension and peace intertwined. And when the balance breaks, the star begins its final, beautiful transformation. Fact 49. The quiet of a dying star. When a star's fuel runs low, its gentle balance begins to falter. Hydrogen fades, fusion slows, and gravity starts to press inward once more. The core tightens and grows heavy, while the outer layers expand like a sigh. The star, swelling into a red giant, immense and soft-edged. For a while, it glows even brighter, as if taking one last deep breath before the silence. Then, with a slow release, it sheds its outer skin into space, forming a glowing veil of gas and color, a planetary nebula. In that quiet ending, nothing is wasted. The star's ashes scatter outward, becoming the seeds for future suns and worlds. And sometimes, this farewell is not gentle at all, but explosive. Fact 50. The beauty of a supernova. Some stars end not in fading, but in fire. When the core of a massive star collapses under its own weight, it triggers a supernova, a single flash so bright it can outshine an entire galaxy. For a few moments, the night becomes day. Matter forged in the heart of the star is hurled into space, enriching the universe with gold, iron, and all the elements of life. Supernovae are endings and beginnings all at once. Destruction that gives birth to creation. The atoms in your blood, your bones, your breath were once scattered by such a cosmic storm. We are, quite literally, made of stars that died beautifully. And when the last light fades, what remains is something smaller, denser, and stranger than before. Fact 51. White dwarfs, the fading embers. After a small or medium star casts off its outer layers, the core that remains becomes a white dwarf, a diamond of compressed matter glowing softly in the dark. Though no longer fusing atoms, it still shines with the heat of what it once was. A single teaspoon of this material would outweigh a mountain, yet it floats serenely in space, cooling over billions of years. These remnants are the quiet elders of the cosmos, stars that no longer burn but still remember warmth. Slowly, over eons, they fade into black dwarfs, disappearing into perfect stillness. And from those ashes, denser stars still await their turn to be born. Fact 52. Neutron stars. Matter under pressure. When a massive star collapses but does not quite become a black hole, it forms a neutron star, one of the strangest objects in existence. Its gravity is so strong that protons and electrons merge, leaving only neutrons packed together tighter than anything else in the known universe. A teaspoon of this star would weigh billions of tons, yet it may be no larger than a city. The surface is smooth, hard, and unimaginably hot, a relic of a once-living sun, now frozen in density. These remnants spin with dizzying speed, flashing beams of energy into space like cosmic lighthouses. And as they turn, they sing a rhythm that echoes through the cosmos, the quiet pulse of eternity. Fact 53. Pulsars, the cosmic beacons. Some neutron stars spin so rapidly that their magnetic fields send out beams of radiation like turning spotlights. As they rotate, these beams sweep across the universe, and if Earth lies in their path, we see them blink. On, off, with perfect regularity. We call them pulsars. They are nature's most precise clocks, keeping time more steadily than any mechanism we have ever built. Each flash is a heartbeat of a collapsed star, still alive in rhythm, though long dead in flame. Their pulses travel across space for millions of years, steady as a metronome in the quiet void. And yet some remnants go beyond even this, collapsing past light, past sound, into the silence of the unknowable. Fact 54. Black holes, silence with weight. When the core of a giant star collapses completely, its gravity becomes absolute. The result is a black hole, an invisible well in space where time and light themselves are trapped. It has no surface, no solid edge, only an event horizon, a boundary where escape becomes impossible. To fall into one is to vanish from the universe's view, your story continuing beyond where physics can follow. Yet black holes are not mere voids. They are sculptors of galaxies, their gravity shaping the stars around them into graceful spirals. They are the quiet paradoxes of creation, nothingness with infinite mass. And just beyond their edge, time begins to behave in the strangest of ways. Fact 55. The event horizon's edge. The event horizon of a black hole is not a surface, but a boundary. The final veil between what can be known and what can never return. At this edge, time slows until, from the outside, it seems to stop altogether. A beam of light hovering there would appear frozen forever, suspended in eternity's breath. To an observer falling in, the crossing feels ordinary. No sudden change, only the deepening pull of gravity. Yet beyond that horizon, the story of matter and time unravels into mystery. No message, no light, no echo can escape to tell us what lies within. It is the universe's softest silence, an ending so complete it becomes almost beautiful. And near that boundary, even time itself begins to bend. Fact 56. Time's slow dance. Near gravity. Gravity and time are entwined, moving together, like partners in a slow waltz. The stronger the gravity, the slower time flows. Near a black hole, moments stretch like silk. An hour for the traveler might be 1,000 years for the one who watches from afar. This gentle distortion is not confined to black holes. Even on Earth, time ticks infinitesimally slower at sea level than atop a mountain. It is the quiet truth of Einstein's relativity, that space and time are not separate, but part of the same soft fabric. We live within this dance constantly, unaware that our clocks and hearts move at slightly different rhythms. And in the deepest gravity wells, this dance ends in a final fading, a whisper of light escaping into nothingness. Fact 57. Hawking's evaporating shadows. Though black holes are known for swallowing everything, they are not eternal. According to Stephen Hawking's insight, they slowly leak energy, a faint glow known as Hawking radiation. Over unimaginable spans of time, this radiation allows them to evaporate, shrinking ever smaller until they vanish completely. It is one of the most delicate processes in physics. Light born from darkness, energy escaping from silence. In this way, even the universe's greatest absorbers eventually give back what they have taken. A black hole's end is not destruction, but release, a sigh of pure energy into the cold. And in the minds of scientists, it opens a dream. Tunnels, perhaps, between stars and time itself. Fact 58. Wormholes, theoretical tunnels of thought. Physicists imagine that the fabric of space-time might sometimes fold in on itself, allowing two distant regions to touch. These hypothetical shortcuts are called wormholes, tunnels through the geometry of the universe. If they exist, they could connect stars, galaxies, or even moments in time, turning the vastness of the cosmos into a single curved breath. No one has seen one. They remain an elegant idea, held together by mathematics and imagination. But their beauty lies not in certainty, but in possibility. That reality may be more flexible than we dream. If space can bend enough to open such doors, perhaps distance is not as permanent as it seems. And deep within those imagined tunnels, gravity keeps its patient watch. Fact 59. The center of every galaxy. At the heart of nearly every galaxy, scientists have found evidence of a supermassive black hole, millions or even billions of times heavier than the Sun. These cosmic anchors hold their galaxies together, guiding the dance of stars with unseen gravity. In the Milky Way, our own galactic heart, Sagittarius A, sleeps quietly now, though once it may have blazed with radiant energy as it consumed nearby gas and dust. Around it, stars whirl in perfect arcs, moving at breathtaking speeds through the invisible grip of its pull. Without these central giants, galaxies might never have formed so gracefully. They are the silent conductors of cosmic motion, gravity given a throne of darkness. And beyond even them, time itself stretches toward the infinite patience of the universe. Fact 60. Gravity's infinite patience. Of all the forces that shape the cosmos, gravity is the most enduring. It never fades, never rests, pulling softly on everything that exists, from the smallest atom to the largest galaxy cluster. It moves slowly but inevitably, crafting structure from chaos over billions of years. While other forces work in bursts of energy, gravity works in silence, sculpting the universe's architecture through sheer persistence. It is the reason stars form, why worlds orbit, why galaxies drift and cluster like leaves on a calm tide. In its patience lies eternity, a force that waits forever and never lets go. And under gravity's steady hand, the stage is set for something new, the birth of worlds. Fact 61. Disks of dust and dreaming. Around young stars, clouds of gas and dust gather into vast, flat disks, quiet rings of creation. Within these glowing halos, tiny grains of rock begin to collide and cling together, forming larger and larger bodies. Each speck of dust is a dream of a future world, slowly sculpted by gravity and time. From afar, these disks shimmer faintly, lit by the warmth of their parent star. They are the cradles of planets, where silence and motion coexist in perfect balance. The process is slow, measured not in years, but in millions of years, a patient dance of growth and gathering. In those calm circles, the first whispers of worlds take shape, and soon those whispers will become planets, solid, shining, and real. Fact 62. The gathering of planets. As the dust within those disks grows heavy, gravity pulls it into spheres, the first worlds, small and unfinished. They collide, merge, and shatter, each impact sending ripples of light and heat through the newborn system. Some become rocky like Earth, their surfaces cooling to form solid crusts. Others grow massive enough to hold thick veils of gas, becoming the giants of the outer reaches. Each new planet carves its own path around the star, finding a rhythm in the delicate harmony of orbits. The chaos of birth slowly settles into cosmic order, and among those newborn worlds, some will shine faintly with oceans and clouds, whispers of habitability, of future life. Fact 63. Rocky worlds and ocean giants. Planets come in many kinds: tiny, scorched spheres near their stars, or vast swirling giants adrift in the cold. The rocky worlds are dense and grounded, rich in metals and minerals, often kissed by the warmth of sunlight. The giants, by contrast, are made of hydrogen and helium, endless atmospheres of storm and color. Some, like Jupiter, wear belts of clouds like cosmic art. Others, like Neptune, glow with serene, distant blues. Together, they form a family, each different, each beautiful. Their diversity reminds us that creation has imagination, crafting every shape that gravity can dream. And between them all, the poetry of motion continues. Orbits, weaving patterns older than time. Fact 64. The beauty of orbits. Every world, from the smallest moon to the grandest planet, moves in a path drawn by gravity's hand. These orbits are not perfect circles, but gentle ellipses, long and slow dances around their stars. Each step of this celestial waltz is precise, a balance between falling inward and moving forward. The same motion that keeps Earth steady around the sun holds moons around planets and planets around galactic cores. The universe is full of these silent revolutions, a harmony that never stops. To orbit is to fall forever and never arrive, a graceful surrender to gravity's rhythm. Encircling many of these worlds are smaller companions, moons that lend their own quiet beauty to the dance. Fact 65. Moons. Companions of the night. Moons are the gentle watchers of their planets, born from collisions, captures, or fragments of dust that never became worlds. Each is unique, some barren and cratered, others covered in ice or oceans hidden beneath their frozen shells. Our moon, Earth's patient companion, shapes our tides and steadies our seasons, whispering silver light across every ocean and mountain. Far away, Jupiter's moons hide volcanic fire and watery depths, while Saturn's glow beneath veils of ice. Moons remind us that even planets crave company, smaller reflections that follow them through the darkness. And beyond these companions lie wonders even finer, rings of dust and ice that shimmer like jewelry in space. Fact 66. Rings, like celestial lace. Some planets wear rings, delicate and ethereal, made of ice, dust, and stone. Saturn's are the most famous. Wide bands of brilliance that gleam like silk in the sunlight. They are not solid, but countless tiny fragments, each orbiting in harmony, forming a masterpiece of motion. Rings can form from shattered moons or leftover material from the birth of planets. Over time, they shift and shimmer, shaped by gravity's subtle sculpting. From afar, they look still, but up close, they are alive with movement, light glinting on every frozen particle. They are reminders that even in emptiness, beauty persists. And beyond the rings, the worlds grow colder, lonelier, and filled with distant mysteries waiting to be seen. Fact 67. The cold realms beyond. Neptune. Far past Neptune's slow blue orbit lies the Kuiper Belt, a wide frozen frontier at the edge of our sun's domain. Here, sunlight is faint and thin, more a memory than a glow. Icy worlds drift in solitude, their surfaces locked in ancient cold. Pluto lives here, along with thousands of other small, distant bodies, the quiet remnants of the solar system's youth. These icy wanderers move through darkness that has barely changed in billions of years. They are fossils of the beginning, untouched and patient. Out here, time moves differently, marked not by days or seasons, but by the slow turns of orbits that take centuries to complete. And sometimes, one of these ancient travelers journeys inward, carrying secrets from the dawn. Fact 68. Comets, messengers from the past. Comets are frozen visitors from the farthest reaches of the solar system, fragments of ice and dust that awaken when drawn close to the sun. As they near the warmth, they grow bright tails of vapor and light, stretching across the sky like cosmic brushstrokes. Each comet carries within it material older than the planets themselves, the same ice and dust that once swirled in the disk of creation. To see one is to glimpse time itself, still shining after billions of years. When their journey is done, they retreat again to the dark, waiting in silence until gravity calls them home. And between these ancient travelers lie countless smaller remnants, fragments of rock that drift in endless patience. Fact 69. Asteroids, fragments of creation. Asteroids are the leftover building blocks of planets, rocky pieces that never found their way into a world. They orbit quietly between Mars and Jupiter, forming the asteroid belt, a region of calm, scattered motion. Some are small as mountains, others vast enough to hold their own moons. Each one tells a story of a time before order, when the solar system was still a storm of dust and light. Scientists study them as windows into the past, their surfaces carrying the marks of 4 billion years of cosmic memory. Though humble, these drifting stones are the fossils of creation, reminders that even small things hold great beginnings, and among them, the harmony of all worlds continues, bound in the balance of the sun's quiet pull. Fact 70. The balance of solar systems. Every solar system is a song of gravity, a network of orbits, pulls, and counterbalances that hold countless worlds in gentle harmony. Each planet, moon, and comet finds its rhythm, drawn by the central warmth of its star. Even the smallest bodies contribute their notes, tugging subtly on one another, shaping the grand choreography of motion. When viewed as a whole, a solar system is a living clock, slow, precise, and endlessly repeating. Yet no two are alike. Some stars host worlds in tight embraces. Others fling their planets wide across the dark. It is in this balance, fragile yet enduring, that the universe expresses its quiet mathematics. And in that balance, one rare condition allows something extraordinary: the possibility of life. Fact 71. The Goldilocks distance. Not too close, not too far. The habitable zone around a star is where warmth and light can nurture liquid water. Here, the gentle temperature allows oceans to flow, clouds to gather, and life, perhaps, to stir. Earth rests perfectly in this tender band of space, warmed just enough by the sun's glow to keep its seas from freezing or boiling away. Countless other stars may hold such zones, their own quiet worlds waiting beneath soft skies. This distance is a miracle of precision, the cosmic equivalent of balance on a breeze. Within that golden space, life has found its foothold, whispering its first breaths into the still air. And the next gift it receives is even more delicate: the shelter of an atmosphere. Fact 72. The breath of an atmosphere. An atmosphere is a planet's blanket, a thin veil of gases that holds warmth, filters light, and protects what lies below. It scatters the blue of the sky, softens the sun's rays, and carries the rhythm of weather and wind. On Earth, this fragile layer gives rise to rain and cloud, thunder and calm, a living system that cradles every breath. Elsewhere, atmospheres take strange forms: the methane mists of Titan, the crushing pressure of Venus, the thin exhalation of Mars. Each one tells the story of its world's nature, its chemistry, its past, its heart. And within Earth's, something special took shape: the shimmer of water, flowing softly across the surface of stone. Fact 73. Water, the universe's softest sculptor. Water is the quiet artist of worlds, a substance both simple and profound. Wherever it flows, it shapes, smooths, and sustains. It carves valleys from stone, cradles clouds in the sky, and gathers light in the shimmer of oceans. 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 of oxygen. So ordinary, yet their bond is the breath of life itself. Across the cosmos, traces of water appear everywhere, hidden in comets, frozen on moons, drifting as vapor between stars. It moves through planets as veins move through living bodies, carrying energy and balance. On Earth, it sings in rain and rivers, whispering the same rhythm that echoes through galaxies. And from water's patient dance arose chemistry, the first stirrings of something alive. Fact 74. The spark of chemistry. Long before life took form, the universe was a restless chemist. Within warm pools, deep oceans, or perhaps the clouds of early worlds, simple molecules began to meet and combine. Carbon reached for oxygen, nitrogen for hydrogen, and slowly, the alphabet of life began to write itself. These interactions were small, gentle, and countless, a soft churning, guided by sunlight and time. From this molecular dance, more complex chains emerged, capable of storing energy, replicating, and eventually evolving. It was not a single moment, but a slow awakening. Chemistry, learning to dream. And once those dreams began, the universe took a new breath, the breath of living matter. Fact 75. Life's cosmic ingredients. The elements that make life possible. Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, and sulfur were all born in stars. Forged in fusion, scattered by supernovae, they drifted through the dark until they found one another again on gentle worlds. From that stardust, life began, not by chance alone, but by the patient logic of the cosmos seeking complexity. Everywhere we look, those same ingredients appear, hinting that life might not be Earth's secret, but the universe's habit. In us, the stars remember themselves, breathing, thinking, seeing their own reflection in the dark. And as life grew, it reached for something miraculous, a way to turn sunlight into sustenance, light into breath. Fact 76. The quiet miracle of photosynthesis. Among the oldest and gentlest miracles of life is photosynthesis, the art of turning sunlight into energy. Long ago, tiny cells learned to catch the sun's rays, to split water and release oxygen, creating food from light itself. It is the process that fills the air with breath and the oceans with life. The reason leaves glow green under morning sun. Every tree, every blade of grass is a quiet alchemist, transforming radiance into nourishment. Even the air we breathe is their gift, a slow, invisible exhalation of gratitude to the light above. Through photosynthesis, the earth learned to glow from within, and from that glow, a network of life began to weave itself together, vast, fragile, and endlessly connected. Fact 77. The web of living matter. Life does not exist alone. It interlaces in patterns as delicate as lace. From soil to sky, ocean to root, each creature depends on countless others, exchanging energy, matter, and meaning. The carbon exhaled by one breath becomes the foundation of another. The death of one being feeds the birth of another. This cycle is gentle, perpetual, and whole. It reminds us that nothing truly ends. Everything transforms. In every forest, coral reef, or cloud of plankton, this quiet choreography continues, balancing life through reciprocity. The web is not only biological, it is spiritual, a reflection of the cosmos' own interconnection. And within that web, one form of life began to wonder where it came from. Fact 78. The fragile gift of consciousness. Somewhere along the vast river of evolution, awareness opened its eyes. From the hum of neurons, the universe became capable of noticing itself, thinking, dreaming, remembering. Consciousness is the softest light, invisible yet profound, arising from the same atoms that once drifted between stars. It lets us feel wonder, sorrow, and love. It allows us to gaze upward and ask why. Each thought is a ripple across the surface of an ancient ocean, brief, luminous, and deeply human. To be conscious is to be the cosmos, reflecting on its own beauty. And in that reflection, the stars found their observers, eyes turned toward the dark, seeing their light with awe. Fact 79. The human gaze into the dark. For as long as we've existed, humanity has lifted its eyes toward the night, seeking meaning in the quiet expanse above. Our ancestors traced patterns in the stars, not to possess them, but to belong to them, to see reflections of stories, gods, and dreams in their slow-burning fires. Every telescope since then, every lens turned upward, has been an extension of that same gaze. We look not because we are lost, but because something in us recognizes home among the stars. In that endless dark, we find comfort, a sense that we are part of something vast, ancient, and kind. And with that gaze, the universe achieved something remarkable. It began to see itself. Fact 80. The cosmos seeing itself. Through us, the universe has grown eyes. Every human mind is a mirror held up to the cosmos, reflecting its origins, its structure, and its wonder. The atoms that once burned in stars now think, speak, and dream. Stardust becoming awareness. When we study galaxies, when we trace the movement of planets or measure the age of light, the universe is studying its own reflection. It has become both observer and observed, a circle of curiosity written in atoms and energy. We are not separate from the cosmos. We are one of its ways of knowing. And as we learn, we uncover mysteries deeper still, questions that flow along the quiet river of time. Fact 81. the arrow of time. Time moves only one way, forward. This is the arrow of time, the steady unfolding from past to present to future. Every sunrise, every heartbeat, every falling leaf is guided by this one-directional flow. The arrow exists because the universe expands and cools. Energy spreads, and order drifts toward disorder. Yet within that slow decline, beauty arises. Galaxies, life, consciousness, fleeting patterns formed in the current. We live suspended in this stream, able to remember what has passed but never return to it. Time is gentle but unstoppable, carrying everything with it, and as it flows, it leaves traces. The soft footprint of change that we call entropy. Fact 82. Entropy's gentle drift. Entropy is the slow loosening of order, the quiet tendency of everything to spread, soften, and settle. It is not chaos, but rest. Not destruction, but the universe's way of letting go. A star burning its fuel, a melting ice cube, even the fading warmth of your breath, all follow this same gentle law. Through entropy, energy flows from concentrated brilliance toward even calm. Over time, heat diffuses, structures dissolve, and complexity returns to simplicity. It is the reason time feels like a one-way journey, because the past is always more ordered than what follows. Yet without entropy, nothing would change. It is the hush between moments, the soft drift that makes transformation possible. And out of this natural impermanence, symmetry begins to break, giving rise to creation itself. Fact 83. Symmetry and its breaking. In the beginning, the universe was nearly perfect, balanced, smooth, and symmetrical. But perfect symmetry holds no story, no difference, no growth. So, in a quiet act of imbalance, that perfection fractured. Slight variations appeared, tiny ripples in energy and form. From those small asymmetries came everything. Matter over antimatter, galaxies over voids, stars over darkness. Every atom owes its existence to a single, graceful imperfection. Symmetry breaking is nature's creative spark, the moment when order allows itself to change. It is why snowflakes form with unique beauty, why life takes endless forms, why the universe hums with diversity. In that sacred unevenness, creation found its rhythm, and from that rhythm emerged the constants, the unchanging notes of the cosmic song. Fact 84. The constants that define all things. Beneath all motion, there are a few quiet numbers that never shift. The speed of light, the pull of gravity, the charge of an electron. Constants so precise that if they were altered even slightly, the universe might never have formed. These values are the bones of reality, setting the tempo of every star, every atom, every breath. We don't know why they are what they are, only that they allow existence to balance perfectly on their edge. It is as if the cosmos tuned itself like an instrument, adjusting until harmony was found. And through that harmony, something universal emerged, a beauty that can be measured, yet still feels like art. Fact 85. The mathematics of beauty. The universe speaks softly in numbers. Spirals and galaxies mirror the pattern of shells and flowers. The orbits of planets follow precise ratios that echo in music and art. Beneath the vast and the small runs the same geometry, elegant, calm, and inevitable. Mathematics is not something we invented, but something we discovered. A hidden rhythm the universe has always followed. Equations describe how stars burn, how waves roll, how light bends, yet they also hold a kind of grace, a quiet perfection. It's as though reality itself hums in harmony, each formula a note in the grand cosmic symphony. Through these patterns, we glimpse something timeless, beauty that is not created, but revealed. And within those equations lie two infinities, the infinitely small and the infinitely vast. Fact 86. The infinite smallness. If we look closely enough, matter dissolves into mystery. Atoms become protons and electrons. Protons reveal quarks. Quarks, perhaps, hide strings vibrating in dimensions we cannot yet see. The closer we peer, the more the boundaries blur, until what we call solid is mostly empty space, filled with restless energy. In that smallness, reality becomes fluid, probabilistic, and strange. Particles flicker in and out of existence, guided not by certainty, but by chance. And yet, from this chaos arises the stability of stone, breath, and starlight. The universe builds everything from uncertainty, a quiet triumph of balance over the abyss. And as we shrink our gaze to the smallest scales, we must also lift it to the boundless sky. Fact 87. The infinite vastness. Look outward instead, and scale loses meaning. Beyond our galaxy lie trillions more, each with billions of stars, each star with its own planets, moons, and mysteries. The observable universe stretches for 93 billion light years, and even that is only what light has had time to reach. The numbers grow too large for language, distances too wide for imagination. Yet within this immensity, there is no emptiness, only space alive with energy, gravity, and time. The infinite small and the infinite vast mirror one another, both filled with the same quiet wonder. And between them, suspended in the middle, we find ourselves, tiny observers in an endless dream. Fact 88. The multiverse, an endless dream. Some scientists and dreamers imagine that our universe is not alone, that it may be one of countless others, each born from its own spark of creation. Together, they would form a multiverse, an infinite collection of realities, each with its own laws, constants, and quiet destinies. In some, gravity might be weaker, stars never forming. In others, life might bloom in colors our eyes could never see. Perhaps entire realms arise and fade in an instant, like bubbles on a cosmic sea. We may never know if these other worlds exist, yet the idea is comforting, that creation itself is unending, that the universe dreams beyond itself. And within those dreams, one question still whispers: is it real, or are we the dreamers? Fact 89. Simulation or substance? A curious thought has taken hold in modern minds, that perhaps the universe is not made of matter at all, but of information. If reality obeys precise rules, like a program or code, might it be a grand simulation, woven from logic instead of dust? Whether true or not, the question humbles us. Even if we live within such a design, it changes nothing about the wonder we feel or the beauty we witness. For even a simulated sunset glows, and even a digital cosmos follows the same mathematics of grace. Reality, in whatever form, remains our home, mysterious, vast, and real enough to move the heart. And beyond philosophy lies the future, the universe's own unfolding destiny. Fact 90. The future, fate of everything. Astronomers look forward billions of years and see many possible endings. Perhaps the universe will expand forever, stars fading one by one into darkness. Or maybe gravity will one day pull everything back together in a grand, fiery reunion. A big crunch, followed by another beginning. Some suggest a slower fading, galaxies drifting apart until even atoms decay, leaving only the quiet hum of space itself. Whatever the fate, the universe will continue to change, to breathe, to transform. Its story has no true ending, only new beginnings written in silence. And as we drift toward that distant future, we glimpse the long peace that awaits, the gentle rest of all creation. Fact 91. Heat death, the long rest. In the farthest future that science can imagine, the universe will grow cold and still. Stars will have burned out, galaxies will have drifted beyond one another's light, and even the smallest embers of warmth will fade into the dark. This quiet state is called the heat death, not a fiery ending, but an eternal calm where energy is perfectly spread and nothing more can happen. It sounds lonely, yet there is serenity in it. The cosmos at peace after eons of creation. Every spark, every pulse, every star's song will have ended in a single breath of equilibrium. It will be the longest sleep of all, the universe dreaming without change, without time. And before that eternal rest, the last lights will fade, the final stars saying goodbye. Fact 92. The fading of the stars. Long before the last moment, stars will dwindle one by one. Red dwarfs, the smallest and most patient of suns, will glow faintly for trillions of years before cooling to black. Larger stars will vanish sooner, their energy spent, their remnants drifting as white dwarfs or neutron hearts in the dark. Galaxies will dim, constellations will dissolve, and the night sky will become truly black. The universe will not die with a scream, but with a sigh, a gentle dimming into silence. Still, in those fading embers lies a kind of grace. Every star that lived gave warmth, light, and the elements for life. And even when the stars are gone, their ashes will remain, waiting for one final transformation. Fact 93. Black dwarfs in eternal night. After uncountable trillions of years, the white dwarfs, once bright remnants of stars like our sun, will cool completely. They will become black dwarfs, invisible spheres of frozen carbon and iron glowing no more. They will drift through an endless silent cosmos, each one a monument to a star that once was. Collisions between these ancient relics may still spark small flashes of light, brief and lonely, before the darkness settles again. But most will remain forever quiet, the universe's fossils, serene and unchanging. In that darkness, time will lose meaning, space will lose motion, and all will become still. And yet, even then, the story might not be over, for endings often hide beginnings in disguise. Fact 94. Collapsing universes and new beginnings. Some theories suggest that after the long silence, gravity might begin to call everything home again. Over unfathomable ages, scattered matter could drift inward, galaxies falling back toward one another in a slow and solemn return. The universe that once expanded might begin to contract. Stars, dust, and dark energy folding inward like a closing flower. This cosmic collapse, sometimes called the Big Crunch, could end in a singular moment, an immense pressure point where time itself halts. But perhaps that final collapse is not destruction, but renewal. The seed of another universe waiting to bloom. From that infinite density, another dawn could rise, another space could breathe. And so, the end might simply be the universe's way of starting over again. Fact 95. Quantum fluctuations reborn. Even in the emptiest reaches of existence, quantum energy flickers. Tiny fluctuations appear and vanish in the void, brief sparks that hint at possibility. Some scientists believe that our entire universe may have begun as such a fluctuation, a momentary pulse that grew into everything we know. If so, then the death of one universe might leave behind a vacuum full of potential. fertile ground for another to arise. Out of absolute stillness, a new cosmos could tremble into being, carrying forward echoes of the one before it. Creation then may not be a single event, but an eternal rhythm: expansion, rest, and rebirth. And within that endless cycle, infinity becomes gentle, a breath that never ends. Fact 96. The cycles of infinity. The idea of infinite cycles, universes born, lived, and renewed, gives the cosmos an almost living heartbeat. Each expansion sows the seeds for the next, each fading light a promise of another dawn. Matter becomes energy, energy becomes space, and space becomes possibility once again. It is a comforting thought that nothing is ever truly lost, only transformed. The atoms that make us today may one day drift into a new creation, part of stars not yet imagined. Infinity does not hurry. It turns softly, patiently, without beginning or end. And within those endless turns lies a profound peace, the stillness between stories, waiting for light to return. Fact 97. The silence between universes. If many universes exist, then between them lies a realm of pure stillness. No stars, no time, no form. It is not emptiness, but potential unspoken, a pause in the cosmic symphony before another note begins. Here, energy rests, folded and patient, waiting for the next great unfolding. Perhaps universes drift like bubbles in this quiet sea, each born from the surface of another, rising, shining, and fading away. The silence between them is not loneliness, but balance, the resting breath between infinite creations. It is here that even eternity sleeps, dreaming of what could be. And from that slumber, the pulse of existence stirs once more, the persistence of energy that never dies, only changes. Fact 98. The persistence of energy. Energy cannot be destroyed. It only transforms. It becomes matter, light, motion, and then returns again, a ceaseless cycle woven through every atom and star. Even when a flame burns out, its warmth lingers in the air, its light traveling forever through the dark. This eternal persistence is the heartbeat of the universe, the quiet assurance that nothing ever truly ends. Stars collapse and fade, yet their energy lives on as radiation, as particles, as gravity rippling outward. You too are part of that persistence. Your body, your breath, your thoughts formed from energy as old as time. And from this endless continuity arises the final truth of all things, that the universe itself is still unfolding, still dreaming of what it might become. Fact 99. The story. Still unfolding. Though we speak of beginnings and endings, the universe has neither. It is a story without final page, written in the language of motion and change. Galaxies still spin, stars still ignite, and life, somewhere, may still be beginning even now. Our understanding grows, yet mystery always stays one step ahead, like a horizon that moves as we approach. Perhaps that is the universe's greatest gift, that it will never be fully known, only felt, experienced, and loved. We are both reader and word, observer and story. The cosmos unfolds through us as we through it. And as it dreams forward, one truth remains. The universe knows itself through wonder. Fact 100. The universe within you. When you close your eyes and breathe, the atoms in your body hum with the same energy that once blazed in stars. The calcium in your bones, the iron in your blood, the oxygen in your lungs, all were born in the hearts of long-dead suns. You are, in the truest sense, the universe made conscious, stardust, learning to dream. Every heartbeat is a cosmic echo. Every thought is a spark of ancient light, traveling once more through time. You are not separate from the universe. You are its continuation, its whisper of awareness amid the dark. So when you look at the night sky, remember, it is not above you. It is within you, glowing quietly in every cell. And that glow, gentle, eternal, will never fade. And as our journey comes to a gentle close, I hope you found a bit of calm among the stars tonight. May your mind feel lighter, your breath slower, and your heart at peace within the quiet beauty of the cosmos. If you enjoyed drifting through these sleepy facts, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and share in the comments what topic you'd love to fall asleep to next. When you're ready to keep dreaming, tap the end screen to continue your quiet voyage through the universe to float once more among galaxies, moons, and clouds of light. Until then, rest easy. You are part of something vast and kind, woven from the same light that shines in every corner of space. Sweet dreams, traveler, and I'll see you among the stars.